Every night during the nights of Ramadan, I've been taking you back on time to spend moment on the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is the Khartirah of Ramadan, the one before the last. Last one about the Prophet sallallahu will be tomorrow after Isha, inshallah. But I thought it would be nice tonight to take you back on time and place, to let you know a little bit and have to visualize the life of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam even more by walking you to where he used to live, so you can understand a little bit more about his lifestyle sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you ask where he lived sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a house that it is very, 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 very moderate, and even moderate is a little bit an exaggeration. That house, and I will only choose Ghurfat Aisha, or the house of Aisha radiallahu anha as an example. It is in the east side of the masjid, the southeast of the masjid. And that house of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made of 2 units. بيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم مكون من حجرة وبيت. Something called حجرة and something called بيت. حجرة في لغة العرب هو ما حجر جوانبه وانكشف أعلاه. The word حجرة in Arabic language, it means something that it is basically covered from all sides, from 4 sides. يعني has wall from 4 sides, but the top is open. It's not covered. احنا نسميه أحيانا فناء. We call it فناء, يعني outside and it is open from the top. That's حجرة عائشة رضي الله عنها. So if they said حجرة عائشة في الأحاديث, it means that. What is this? What's the size of it? The size of this one is basically, in modern days, in our way of calculation here in the United States, it will be about 7 feet by 5.5. 7 feet by 5.5. That's the area, the open area. Has a door? No, it doesn't. Has no door to outside. And outside there is an opening like this, and that's very high. But the opening goes straight to the masjid. From the east side of the masjid, okay? So the Prophet ﷺ will walk straight from his hujrah to the masjid, where people are sitting. What's on it? What cover it? Is it a door? لا. لم يكن للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في حجرته باب له رتاج. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, that opening كان مغطى بمسعفة أو ملحفة. It is a thick material that it is made of maybe wabar, يعني the hair of the camels, and some and threads, and it's like just, and maybe some even like the sticks taken from the palm trees branches, just something, a thick material. It's like a thick let's say something similar to that, like a thick kind of carpet like this, that it will be on the door. So كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, when he comes to the masjid, يرفعها, he will lift it up, then he will go inside. That's it. Sitter. What's in there? Like a curtain, like a thick curtain. What's inside this area? Nothing. كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في الصيف ينام فيها. In the summer he sleep there. When it's hot, he sleep outside. When he have some guests, he let them in. وفي طرفها, the opposite from the entrance to the masjid, the opposite side, so when you come you don't see it, a door that let you go to بيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. والبيت هو الذي حجر وسقف. Have 4 sides and it has what? A cover. Like a roof on the top of it. If it has a roof, that means it is a bayt. What mean min al bayat? That's where the family sleep because it is protected for privacy. Okay? That can yusamma bayt. So what's this bayt looks like? The bottom of it made of hijara, big pieces of rocks. طيب? Why? So when the rain comes and hit the rocks, it will stop it. And the top of the rocks, like you talk about, maybe 2 feet or some 1.5, 2 feet of rocks. Then on the top of that will be what? Teen, like clays. Okay? And in that clay mix with some sticks, branches from the trees, and the palm tree, and it go all the way up until the roof comes. What's the roof made of? The roof made of the branches of the trees. The palm trees, branches. Covered completely. Why do you have the rocks on this? Because if it's the clay and the water comes, it will what? Melt. So the foundation will not be strong to carry it. طيب. It has 2 doors. One to go to that open area and one to go to the north of the masjid. To open to the other side where he can access the rest of his family. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Inside this room, what's the size of it? It is much bigger than the outside, the open area. It's about, so the one we said it's about 9 feet and 7 feet. This one, it's about 13 feet. 13 feet. 15 ذراعاً. About 13 and a half feet. And the width is 7 and a half. 7 and a half. So it's a little bit bigger. What's inside it? Inside it, there is an area, has shelves. And in this shelves is Aisha radiallahu anha, things that where she radiallahu anha wa ardaha, put her stuff. And some of her old toys. And it has qiram. It has a small little curtain covering it. And it has also another area, a corner. And it has a bed. وكان الأنصار لا يعرفون الأسر. ولذلك هذه من عادة أهل مكة. The people of Mecca are the one who have something that's called bed. In Medina they don't know what's bed. That's why Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he built his house, أخذوا يبحثون في المدينة وين من عنده who has a bed, who has a bed, who has a bed. لين وجدوا سعد بن عبادة has one and they brought it to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. What's the bed? إيش كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم? What's the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم's bed? كان عبارة عن جلد محشو بالحصير والليف. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم's bed was a mattress made of the skin of animals. Okay, it could be cows, it could be whatever, and filled and basically stuffed with, hays and things of that nature. A little bit thick where he can sleep on it. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Then what's inside this house? Wisada wahida, only one pillow, also made of a skin of an animal and basically stuffed with hays and some loof and things of that nature. واحد. لما جاء ابن عباس ينام مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم نام النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وزوجته ميمونة في طولها ونام هو في عرضها. ابن عباس لأن خالته. When Ibn Abbas came to spend the night with the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, imagine this is the pillow, that's the pillow. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, they share the side of it and Ibn Abbas shared the side of the pillow. That's it. وفيها a very small little tiny rug تسمى خمرة. في الحديث ائتيني بالخمرة خذ الخمرة. A rug. They describe this rug تكفي حيث يضع يده ووجهه الشريف صلى الله عليه وسلم. They describe this rug as an area where the Prophet ﷺ put his hand and his feet. And يعني الأحاديث speak about khumra. You think it's something يعني special. And that's the size of it, just a small. Like the kids, carpet we have today. And فيه تنور صغير. It has an area where they can put a fire to cook in it, to cook in it, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, bread or something of that nature, to bake. In the old days they have like a, إيش التنور بالإنجليزي? Clay oven? Okay. Clay oven. زي الفرن كذا. الفلاحين عندهم القديم زي كذا. So a small little one, but abandoned, يعني barely can use. وكان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في قدح, one cup. والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في بيته إناء من فخار, one pot made of rock or clay. That's it. فقالوا لعائشة رضي الله عنها وما كان سراج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. You asked, طيب, what about the light? What kind of light did they use? فضحكت عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت لو كان عندنا زيت لأكلناه مش أضأنا به السراج. What's the light the candle made of in that time? Oil. They put, كانوا يحطون فتيل. They will put like a thread or like a wick. Yeah. The same thing like made of cotton or something like that, the same thing that we do in the candle, and you put oil on it, then you light it up. Aisha, she was asked, she said, hey, if we have oil, we would eat it, not use it for light. We would use it for food. فكان بيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا جاء المغرب مظلم, ما في نور إلا نور وجهه الشريف صلى الله عليه وسلم. There is no light in the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم house. That's why you find the ahadith تقول عائشة في الليل, I wake up and I don't know where to go. And I will look around, I touch, أتحسس. فوقعت يدي على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ساجد. ما تراه من ظلمة الليل. She couldn't see, there is nothing to light up. They only use the light of the moon if there is light from the moon. كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا قام يصلي, the area where he prays صلى الله عليه وسلم, so small, حتى كان إذا سجد ينخس قدم عائشة حتى تضم رجليها حتى يجد مكان يسجد عليه. She will basically come together and bend her legs so the Prophet have a space to make sujood. طيب إن سألت عن طول هذا البيت, how high the roof? يقول حسن البصري قد بلغت, I reached the age of puberty when he's young teenager boy, يعني fully grown. يقول فكنت إذا رفعت يدي لمست سقف بيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. He said, if I put my hand up like that, I'll touch the roof of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. هذا البيت بناه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في السنة الأولى من الهجرة. شوف العجب اللي سيأتيك الآن. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم built this house in the first year of Hijrah. Do you remember your first apartment in Houston, Doctor? Yeah, wherever you came to America. You remember where you lived, the first house, especially the older among us, the first place you lived in, first year. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم built that سنة 1 Hijrah. And it's the exact same bait, the exact same house, he died صلى الله عليه وسلم in it. Not a single home improvement. Not a single expansion. حتى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم when he saw Salama one day, she started putting extra, clay and making it a little bit fancier. He قال لها يا سلمة إن الأمر أعجل من ذلك. يا سلمة, it is faster than this. هذا النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم, his life changed. طيب, I understand he did this in the first year of Hijrah because there is no wealth, no money, nothing, no access. لكن هذا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم الذي فتح بني النضير، هذا بني النضير كنوز من الأموال. When he conquered بني النضير, he saw the قلاع. At least يا أخي, at least كعب بن الأشرف, حصن كعب بن الأشرف في المدينة. Until today it exists. Until today. That show you how, a solid, structure that was. The castle of Ka'b ibn al-Ashraf and his palace, big, huge. He didn't say, you know what, to any one of Al-Ansar, let me have your house, or let me take another house, or to move out. No. To make an improvement, no. He lived like that, sallallahu all his life. The Nabi sallallahu lived in these houses while his heart attached to the akhirah. لما دخل الجنة في المنام, in his dream, he entered الجنة with Jibreel and Mikael. فضرب الأرض كذا, تعجب من النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, تعجب من الأرض. He looked at the ground and he was amazed by how it looks like. فضربها بيده. He hit it. And all of a sudden, the dust was not a dust, was a musk. غبارها وتربتها المسك. And it looks like pearls. So when he hit it, it's like a musk came out. There is no dust. يعني دكتور أكرم مشتهى, no need for him in Jannah. Allergy doctors. Okay? So, there is no dust. So النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال ما هذا يا جبريل? What's this? قال هذه تربتها الزعفران والمسك. The za'faran and the musk is the sand and the ground. And the gravel of it is the pearls. قال لمن هذه يا جبريل? Who will occupy this place? قال هذه للشهداء من أمتك. This is for the shuhada. قال فرفع لي غمامة في السماء كبيرة. I saw a big cloud way up there. فقيل له هذا بيتك يا محمد. That's your place. That's your home. فقلت لجبريل ألا أدخله؟ فقال له ميكائيل وجبريل بصوت واحد. Both reply immediately. قال دون ذلك حياتك في الدنيا. They both reply immediately. Said, Ya Rasulullah, you enter it when you die. You can't enter it right now. When you die, you enter it. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. هذا القلب عاش. He lived over there. Attached there. طيب. What I want to comment on it. Am I asking you to go back and to give up your 500,000 house and to give up your home? لا. No. ليش؟ لأن أصحاب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ما فهموا من حياة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم هذه أنهم يجب عليهم أن يكونوا هكذا. شوف انتبه. الصحابة رضي الله عنهم, and the one who understood Islam the most, did not understand from this lifestyle of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم that they have to make the same lifestyle. That's why Uthman, Umar رضي الله عنه, one house, his house, هذا اللي يسمونه دار القضاء, was as big as Aisha's house and maybe multiple ones. And Uthman has considered it a palace comparing to what the Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم had. والعشرة المبشرين بالجنة, the top of the companions, all of them, their homes bigger, much, much bigger. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم له حال غير حال الأمة. اختار له حال صلى الله عليه وسلم ربي غير حال الأمة, كالوصال في الصوم. طيب, what's the point that I'm trying to make? Why are we saying this? Why this was reported? To understand that هذا النبي كان لا مطمع له في الدنيا أبدا. Has no greed or hope in anything to be rewarded for it in this dunya. He wants his reward completely in the akhirah. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Two, it gives us an inspiration. So you know what? If you feel that you couldn't make any improvement or you missed something or you don't have much of the dunya, يا أخي النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خير منك million times, and he did not have what you are crying over, not even 1% of what you're crying over. فيكون لك السلوة صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, if he was a rich, the poor will not relate to him. But because of his lifestyle, the rich and the poor relate to him صلى الله عليه وسلم. And if he was rich صلى الله عليه وسلم لربما أشغلته الدنيا عن الدعوة. If he was rich, he will be busy with his business and money. في مثل يقال, كنت أسمعه من الشيبان والناس الكبار في السن, يقولون لو إبليس اتجر التهى. يعني the best thing could have been to Iblis to have a business. We will all be guided. If the shaitan have a business, we will be all guided. You know why? Because he will be busy with his business and leave us alone. You know, when you have a business, you're completely occupied. It takes you all your time. So anyway, النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم doesn't Allah want him for that. أيضا حتى لا يقول قائل أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أراد من الدنيا شيئا وأجرا أو كان يتكسب من دعوته صلى الله عليه وسلم. It's so clear that his da'wah is not ما أسألكم عليه أجرا. There is no reward for it. He didn't make money from his da'wah. He carried the deen, not the deen carrying him. صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. And many other reasons the ulama said why the Prophet's lifestyle was like that. But هذا يدل على صدقه صلى الله عليه وسلم, how truthful he is, how committed he is صلى الله عليه وسلم. So I hope that with all the luxury that we have, with all the blessing that we have, let's show a little bit more commitment to the deen, more commitment and appreciation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessing upon us, more commitment to the ibadah, more this convenience that we have. It should inspire us to do and to be committed to the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to be more grateful to Him. I don't want to make it too long, but yani, it is something to make you a little bit imagine and to compare how the Prophet ﷺ lived his life and what kind of lifestyle he has sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and how much patience his wives and his family member had to accept and to live this kind of life with him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bi abi wa ummi huwa sallallahu alaihi wasallam.